Went from 3 to none.
It's hurtful. Okay, so this is what we have here, right? I need volume of this shape, don't I? Everyone agree?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't this a prism? Yes or no? It is, isn't it? And isn't every prism just a single shape repeated over and over again, yeah? So isn't this shape just a rectangle and a triangle? So if I find this area and I multiply it by how far back it goes, do I have the volume? I do, don't I? Can I find this area in the rectangle here? The yellow? How would I find that area? What numbers would I use? Use your notes, talk to each other. What numbers would I use for just the yellow part? Length times width. It would be, no. This is 15. And how tall is this part? 1. Agreed? Because remember, I'm only looking at the front of it. You with me, Vanessa? So this in here is 15 meters squared, yeah? Everybody cool with that? Okay. Now how big is the blue triangle? This is 1. The whole thing was 8. So how much is this part? 7. 7 times 15, correct? And then what? It's a triangle, so what do I got to do? Divide by 2. So this in here, base times height divided by 2. 7 times 15 is...
Isn't it 15 times 6?
No. Wait, Ray, wait. Wait until we get to the end. Okay? Trust me. Because I'm just doing it a little bit of a different way, maybe. 15 times 7, is everyone okay with that to get this triangle? 15 times 7 is 105. Is everybody cool? Right? And then divided by 2 is 52.5. Is everybody okay with that? So the front of our pool is 67.5 meters squared, isn't it? Does everyone agree with that? Now, is this shape, it repeats going backwards how far? 6 meters. So what do I got to multiply this by? 6 meters. Because isn't that the area of the base times the height? Isn't it? So what do I get when I do that multiplication? Grab your calculators, tell me what you get. Does everybody see what we did there? Everyone? Because all prisms are the area of the base times the height, aren't they? So I found the 2 base areas and then I multiplied by the height. Is everyone okay with that? Does everybody see how I got 405? Now that took a lot of work, didn't it? Way back in the question, I said we're only filling it 85% full. How many of you might have forgotten that 85% when you did all this work and got to 405? Some of you probably would have forgotten, yeah? How do I do 85%? 405 times how much?
I have a percent button.
Okay, that's fine too. You could do 405 times 15 and subtract, but that's an extra step. 405 times what to find out 85%? 0.85, right? So when you do that math, you get 344.25. Does everybody see what we did? Complicated? Not so much when you break it down into piece by piece. And isn't every shape we could build just shapes we already know added together? Right? If I gave you just this top rectangle and just this triangle prism, could you guys have found the volume? Sure you could. All right, now the next question. Turn the page over. Remember, we have 344. Oh, wait, was I done? Oh, how long will it take? What do I got to do with 344.25 to find out how long this job is going to take? Divide by how much? 1.8. And it's 191 hours. 191.25. Everybody cool? All right. So let's turn the page over. 344.25 meters cubed. Now this is a big problem. Bunch of my honors kids screwed this up too. 1 liter is 1,000 centimeters cubed. What do I have? Meters cubed. Is everybody with me on that? So I'm going to show you guys. I've already shown you this once. I'm going to show it to you again. One. All of those are a meter. So how big is this cube? 1 meter cubed. 1 times 1 times 1. Is everybody good? Okay. Now make it centimeters. How big is 1 meter in centimeters? It's 100, isn't it? How big is this? 100. How big is this? 100. What's the volume of this in centimeters? 100 times 100 times 100. Which is what? If you can't do that in your head, go to your calculator. 100 times 100 times 100. It is 1,000,000. Is everyone cool with that? So what does that tell us? 1 meter, like meter Bryce,
That's a pretty long meter.
1 meter straight line, we just multiply by 100, don't we? But if we're cube, we got to multiply by what? 1,000,000. Okay? So, I have 344.25 meters, and what do I want? I want centimeters, right? So we know that 1 meter cubed equals 1,000,000 centimeters. Centimeters cubed, right? We know that from our heads. Is it on our data booklet? No. But we know that 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter, right? We can do this conversion, yeah? Does that look like something we've seen in our data booklet before? We've seen that a lot, haven't we? A distance equals a distance, right? Distance equals distance, distance equals distance. And once we have our data book, we just made a fraction, didn't we? So what do you think we do here? We make our fraction, don't we? Do I want centimeters or do I want meters? I want centimeters. So what goes on top? Centimeters. So 1,000,000, correct? And what goes on the bottom? 1. The 1 disappears. So I got 344.25 times 1,000,000. I can do that in my head, can't I? I just add those zeros. Or I can use my calculator. It's cool, yeah? So I got to add 6 zeros to this. That many centimeters. Is everybody cool? Everybody cool? Now read in the question. What's the next fraction I have? 1 liter equals what? What's this say? 1 liter equals 1,000 centimeters cubed, right? So what can I write right here? 1,000 centimeters cubed. Does that give me another fraction? Does it? The question says how many liters do I want? So I make my other fraction. What goes on top? Liters or centimeters? I want liters, so what goes on top? Shaylee.
For the large number that we have, we have 4 zeros because it's times a million and you have
Yeah.
a decimal.
It's not 34.
Oh, Mr. Myers, you dumbass.
I said that. I was like, I don't think it's 34 billion.
You dumbass. I forgot those first 2 decimal places. Thank you. I was just testing you.
Yep.
No, I wasn't. I was being stupid. And once again, I remind you, how easy is it to be stupid? It's easy, isn't it? Right? Okay, so now we're still cool though, right? What do I got to do here? What am I multiplying by? What do I want? Read the question. What do I want? Liters. So what goes on top? 1. 1 liter over what? 1,000. So the liter cancels. The 1 cancels. So what happens to these 3 zeros and 3 of these zeros? They cancel out too. Leaving me with 344,250 liters of water. Now again, I ask you, is the math part of it complicated? It's the same thing we've been doing all the way along, isn't it, Nick? The only thing that I ask you to do is understand what a square and a cube is. When did you learn squares and cubes?
Kindergarten.
Yeah, with blocks. Everybody
I
cool?
was never good at that. Put the shape in the right hole thing.
All right. I want you guys all, and I will give a 10 gummy bear prize to every member of your team. You may have a maximum of 4 who can do this question. Is everybody ready?
There's some serious
Is everybody ready?
things going on here.
And this is all I want you to do for the rest of the period. I want you to try and finish this sheet that you have.
You didn't even give it to me.
Okay? Yes, I did. It's the first thing I handed you today. Oh, no. These are the notes. Yeah, you don't have them yet. All right? 10 gummy bear prize to anybody. Hint, hint. It's never been successfully done.
It's not really a hint as much as a mock. It's kind of like.
Yep. Right. So, you need, and Alicia, you need. I know.
How y'all doing?